Hi, I'm Nikisha Moore, and I'm going to share a poem that I wrote many, many years ago, over a decade ago, called For the Sake of My Children. I decided to share this poem at a recent political event, and my daughter was inspired to write her own version of it as a response and a dedication to me. It's a poem she heard over and over when she was little, and now that she's an adult, she receives it in a different way. And I think if you enjoy my poem, you will even more enjoy hers. So watch this first and then watch hers. This is For the Sake of My Children. Her poem is called For the Sake of My Mother. And get into it. For the sake of my children, my desire has always been to inspire, a casualty of friendly fire in a not so friendly environment. Different zip codes, same streets, praying she shall never be me. Family secrets buried so deep so she dares not speak. Distressed, she suppresses every memory until she alters her reality and I remember me so I can relate. Should have been having tea parties and playing with Barbies, overlooked and forgotten, forsaken and downtrodden. So she exists in her own space and hides behind the artificial smile on her face, daydreaming of a better day, somehow still naive enough to believe in fate. But the thing about dreaming is that eventually you must wake, and so I did, as did she. Unaware that all attention isn't good attention. So generationally speaking, the cycle kept on going and the hole in her heart kept on growing. And we all turned a blind eye, enabling and disabling without even knowing. Once friends, now foes, sisters and brothers, I thought we were supposed to love one another. Instead, we laugh at each other's struggles, even though they are our own struggles echoed. Before we can be a collective we must all be able to see what it really means to be free, to forgive without forgetting the past, because we are fading fast, and it's up to us who gets that last laugh. And I'm just trying to put my 2 cents in, trying to save the world for the sake of my children and for the sake of yours. Teaching them they don't have to wait for an opening. They can make their own doors, and the glass ceiling no longer exists because there's finally a president that looked like me. So I'm no longer lying when I tell them they can be whatever they want to be because we are free. Or are we? Are our changes hidden beneath the cloak of invisibility? Are we now enslaved mentally? How many of us live below the line of poverty, statistically dependent on food stamps to eat? Generations living in the same housing project, and you think that happened by accident? Or is it merely a reflection of the lynch letter, myth or fact still in effect to this day? 9 out of 10 times we get in our own way. The truth is tragic. Slavery conditioned men to not be fathers, and that didn't change when slavery was abolished. Pardon me while I impart some knowledge. Daddy isn't home because his daddy wasn't home. So he will never know how to be a father because his own father never taught him. Families were kept in separate vicinities until it was time to breed, and thus increased the value of master's property. The lighter your skin tone, the higher your probability of working inside the home, and the only thing they were concerned that you learned was to be submissive or be hung. The weight of my ancestors on my shoulders, so it's my responsibility to show you that I know you when I can see your pain because I am hurting too. And I know your strength because I carry a burden too, but we can't continue to hide from the truth. Mass genocide occurring on the inside, threatening the youth, so now Lil Wayne is a role model. And all the little girls want to be black Barbies. They think bouncing a ball is the only way out of the hood. They rather play PlayStation than to read a book. Misplaced priorities, but I feel a change coming over me, and I want you all to come with me. In need of direction, just follow me. I am a mother inherently, and my first responsibility is to teach them that freedom isn't all that free, and to honor those who died so we can have it. Langston Hughes soothed my wounds, and I've known I was a phenomenal woman since the first time I read Maya Angelou. Tupac taught me that rap was poetry too when Coltrane chose to play his pain, and the government still refuses to take the blame for the men in Tuskegee being experimented on, spreading syphilis in our stronghold, using an STD as population control, and I'm fighting World War IV every time I walk out my own front door because it never fails to hit me in the face. The world is still racist and sexist and classist. I'm sorry to inform you, but the Dred Scott decision has since been overturned and the Civil War is over, but this battle is far from being won. We've all seen the movie A Time to Kill. Well, for our ancestors, that story was real, and I fear the worst may be yet to come. So many of our youth don't even graduate high school. They think education is a waste of time, adding insult to the injuries of the Little Rock Nine. Ask the Gen 6 their definition of justice. We had to fight until the 20th century for women to receive the right to vote. In November 2008 did inspire hope, but now I'm thinking no taxation without representation was merely a manifestation of my mind because I am being taxed and I can't remember the last time I felt represented. I refuse to be considered a victim or a statistic. All I need you to do is listen. Let me elevate you as I educate you. If you feel lost, I can redirect you. Ready to put misconception to rest. We can't move forward until we overcome the past.